Take me away from home, away from
Welcome back. So although the church bells of Solitaire de Bern had already kept us awake for 3 nights straight, we decided to stay for yet another night of bell punishment at the Air before moving on, slowly making the climb through the Pyrenees before entering Spain and stopping off at this viewpoint. So, I'll put this location on what 3 words, guys, because it's a great viewpoint. If you carry on down this road, I've just been for a little walk and we'll go for a little walk now. If you just go down this road a small bit, fantastic park up, overlooking this valley. So the actual tarmac stops here and it goes into, it was probably just a really old road. And yeah, pull into this viewpoint here. We're coming up here towards the evening. It's a bit early for us to park up for the night now, but yeah, another park up. I'd probably recommend it in the summer, to be fair. If we'd come up here, say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's where we'd be staying, that's for sure. I say, as it's only 20 past 1 or so, we'll get down the other side of this mountain. You are exposed here, being at the very top, but that's what makes it all worthwhile sometimes, isn't it? And that view there, that's amazing. That's the valley that we've driven all the way up. Beautiful. So we are on top once again of the Pyrenees. Whoa. And the temperature difference is quite a contrast to what was only down the bottom of that valley. I say only down the bottom of that valley. That was a long drive up. Great road. Fast road. I say fast road, it wasn't a fast road. We was in 3rd gear all the way up, but a well maintained road. We did get stopped by the police at a border crossing, but no problems there whatsoever. And a great drive up, and hopefully it's all downhill from this side, but boy oh boy, it's got cold. Time for a toasty. Bit of preparation going on in there.
There is. Shut that door. Ooh, that's rather cold.
Little tiny bit of ketchup.
Enough.
What are you laughing at?
Got splattered in the eye.
What, by the ketchup? You're such a biff. How did you get, the bottle was upside down. How did you manage that? Splattered in the eye by the ketchup.
There we go.
Thank you. Butter side down. Whack.
Yum yum.
Hot, hot. But now for the important part of the day after the sandwich.
As if by magic.
As if by magic. Cup of tea.
Well, you got coffee.
And I've got coffee. Lovely. This is also the a great route into Pamplona, which is the famous ball run through the village. We'll try and mimic some of that. I'll see if Claire put a moose hat on or something, and I'll go for I'll go for a little run through Pamplona.
I don't know if you can see, but the weather's closing in now. There's no detail in those mountains that side at all. So we are going to make our way further south, back down the hills, and see if we can find somewhere for the night.
So south into the Spanish Pyrenees we go, but if you want to find a park up, it's always best to get off the main road and keep our eyes open for a potential overnight resting place. And there's me telling you all about it. So just found this park up here. This actual area is used for hunting, so I suppose it's a hunting car park. But we're going to stop here for the night because we are tired after last night's debacle with the church bells ringing. And I was just going to take a little walk up here and see if it would be worth bringing a camper down here any further, but I think the answer's no. I think it looks a bit swampy and very boggy up there. Yeah, so this road that we're on actually intersects two major trunk roads down to Pamplona, so absolute ideal place if you want to visit Pamplona and stop off but not be right in the middle of the city, which is what we don't want to do tonight. So probably tomorrow we'll go to an air in Pamplona and stay there, and that gives us a chance to have a good look around, and then we know we've got a place to stay in the evening as well. But yeah, very peaceful here. I think it's going to be a real lazy afternoon. It's 3 o'clock, so we didn't want to get into the town at 3 o'clock. Mind you, pizza places would be open, wouldn't they?
We're a bit front down.
I wasn't expecting that. Oh yeah, we are, aren't we?
3.2 front down.
Are we? No, that'll do for tonight, I think.
What, you mean you can't make me front up?
Yeah, but then it means
But
if
that means
anything...
I'm falling out of bed.
See what I have to put up with, folks. I've got to be dead level. I found...
3.2 degrees is a lot.
So, this is what Claire uses.
Well, we need to be more like that.
Oh.
See,
What about this way,
it gets
sideways?
bigger.
What about sideways?
We're not too bad sideways.
Show the folks.
1.2. I can live with 1.2 foot down. I think with feet down.
Yeah,
Feet
okay.
down. Head down.
Is it
Could
no?
not. No.
Oh no.
Can't cope with that. Foot down. We don't mind.
Put down.
Head down. I feel sick.
Makes you feel like you're on a boat. Or the blood's trying to get into your head. Okay, let me see what I can do here.
Claire's looking.
Well, you could roll back a tiny bit.
So the problem in Spain is if you get your ramps out, you'll get moved on because I class that as camping. If you're just parked up, they class that as parking, which they'll allow you to stay. So
But they won't see one ramp.
don't make me get the ramps out.
You only need one, just under that one there.
I don't want to get the ramps out. No, because if we get the ramps out, it does look like we're parked up properly.
Okay.
Checking out the ground, guys, see if I can see a natural. I can do it. Maybe a bit swampy. Anyway, we'll get this squared up and literally things you bloody have to do for love. Not go around picking old bits of rock up now. That's the other way of getting away with it. If it's natural, then it's not a ramp, is it? Oh, it was there when I got here, Gov. Well, I've got to lift this front wheel up, haven't I?
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Right, let's find some more rocks. Only on Adventure Van Freddy, guys. Let's see if this, how much this lifts this front wheel up.
That looks better. Well, it does to me anyway. Should we see what it says with my bubble level?
Oh, it's all exciting, folks, isn't it?
What does the bubble level say?
Bubble level says get the bloody kettle on. That's what the bubble level says.
Ah, the bubble level says we're perfect. 0.2 now this way.
So that's it really for this park up, guys. We're not going to bore you with what we're going to have to eat tonight and do some nice cooking shots. Instead, we're going to do what we normally do. We're going to play a couple of games of Ludo, and then we're going to get an early night. So we're on the road in the morning, relatively early. We say that now, so that we can have a look around Pamplona, and yeah, we're going to try and find an air in the city. So we definitely need the good night's sleep tonight. So until the morning, we'll see you in the morrow. Good morning, folks. I'm not going out there. So, yep, I'm not going to do a review of this park up. It was a quaint little park up, but now we're going to go into Pamplona. I don't want to step outside there because I'll get soaking wet, and I'm being a bit of a Jessie today. So let's go and see what Pamplona's all about. On the way to Pamplona. Oh, I've got Pampa in my head. Can't get rid of it. So guys, we're here in Pamplona, and there's a 24-hour gratis parking. It says gratis. Evidently on Google Maps it says it's £10. It says 24-hour gratis, so we're going to give that a go. The old town's directly behind us in the background there, but Pamplona itself is massive. So there's plenty of facilities here. We've already stopped off for a convenience stop at a supermarket.
Co-op, thank you.
Co-op, yeah, the co-op on the way in, very helpful. But yeah, so we'll definitely put this on the map for you guys, and definitely make sure that it's free. If it's not, we'll put the prices up.
It is up to 6 metres in length.
Oh yeah,
there's a maximum of 6
6 metres in length. To be fair, I reckon if you're in a normal motorhome, 7 metres. No one's going to come around with a tape measure because the bays are massive.
Yeah.
And the car park itself is massive. But again, just keep in mind, guys, we're out of season. This this car park is classed as an air, so you'll be able to find it easier on Google Maps anyway. And Pamplona's up there in the distance, so off we go. And now I've just spotted the air. So I don't know what we're doing here.
Oh.
We could have made a mistake.
But there are other... So...
Over the road is the actual air.
Well, maybe we'll move over the road
Maybe,
later.
yeah, we'll see. That behind me is the air.
It's the official air.
And Freddie is parked on the other side of the road in the 24-hour free car park.
So if you want to stay in the actual air, I believe it's €10, but it's up to 48 hours that you can stay here. And it does have electric hookup and grey water. So or grey water disposal.
Yeah, you don't want to be picking up the grey water from here, guys. Yeah, let's go and explore. So yeah, to clear that up, if you're over 6 metres, use the air. If you're under 6 metres, use the free car parking opposite, unless you need electricity or to empty your grey water. And there's some kind of registration, recognition, automation system there. Let's see how many shins I can get into that sentence, shall we? But it seemed we saw some British people and some Dutch there and Germans all struggling to get out of the car park. But don't let that put you off, they all managed it in the end. But yeah, that's pretty reasonable as well, £10 to stay in a place like this with the new city and the old city, so it could be worth a stopover, guys. You spend a couple of days here. If you're under 6 metres, you can go from air to car park, air to car park. Spend a week here.
Sí, pero yo para ir en el carro, ¿verdad? Porque le gusta más las cositas casi, pero como lo veo siempre, sí, aquí estamos medianos al 60, pero Cataluña está, Cataluña está muy baja y bueno, ya Galicia todo eso.
Founded by the Roman general Pompey in 75 BC and situated on a fertile plain as the River Aga, Pamplona is a city in which tradition and modernity live in harmony.
So the good news is you don't have to climb that hill. There's an old vernacular railway. So if you don't want to walk up the hill to climb from the car park, just walk along the river and cheat. So I'm quite surprised that down the other end of the town is that all that new part, and all this is still up here. Absolutely 2 parts of this area.
This place is massive, and we're in the old town, and it's really beautiful, the architecture and the colours. Yeah, I love it, but it is big, and lots of tiny streets leading to these big plazas. This plaza is Plaza de Castello. I think it means castle, but the only thing that looks like a castle is the bank. The city grew in importance in the 10th century with the Kingdom of Pamplona, and in the 11th century the current route of the Way of the St. James was established through the lands of Navarre, a fact that would influence the city's appearance and its historic development. The old city, with its medieval buildings, narrow streets filled with little shops and cafes that lead to a beautiful plaza, is a must to visit. And from July the 16th to the 14th, the festivities of San Fermin take place. The most famous and biggest attraction of these festivities is the running of the bulls.
So that's the bull ring behind us here, with this statue right beside us. Look at this guy here, he's a little bit unfortunate. I don't think he's going to have much family allowance left. Looks like he's about to lose it. Yeah. The funny thing is, when you look at the statue, there's not one person, not one figurine that's smiling. They're not happy about doing this. They're all petrified.
Plaza de Toros de Pamplona is the 5th largest bull ring in the world, with a capacity of 19,720 people. It is used for bullfighting, sporting, cultural and music events. It was built in 1922 by Francisco Ocola and is the end point of the famous running of the bulls during the festival of San Fermin. The running of the bulls takes place each morning of the festival, when at 8 a.m. a herd of 6 of Spain's largest bulls is released to stampede through a half a mile of streets, from the edge of Pamplona to the corrals of the Plaza de Toros.
Not seen an old bull around anywhere, have you at all? I'm only asking folks, aren't I? We're in the place of it.
An old bull.
Yeah, we're in the place of an old bull.
The herd spend the day recovering until the bullfighting begins in the evening, as it has done since 1591. Also running the streets ahead of the bulls are between 1,000 and 3,000 people.
Literally, hot chocolate. Just found a little cafe. It's absolutely amazing. Value for money is terrific. Large coffee, hot chocolate, falafel burgers, flapjack, under a tenner. Happy days. So guys, definitely put this on your bucket list. This place is massive, and allow a good couple of days maybe even to walk around this place. I say we're in the top half, we're in the old part. We've not looked at the good. We've not looked at the new part at all. No need. There's shops, cafes, restaurants, absolutely everything, and reasonably priced. That meal we just had was €10. Proper street side cafe, really cool. I can only describe the place as vibrant. All the buildings, different colours, the balconies. Again, guys, don't walk around with your head down. Look up at all the different architecture. It's really quite stunning. I don't know what I was expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting this. I was expecting like a quaint little village or something, but it really isn't. It's it's just beautiful. I keep saying big.
Yeah, I think I was expecting the same. I was expecting maybe a quaint, like whitewashed, traditional Spanish village, and it's not. It's a huge, well, it's a city really.
Yeah.
But full of colour and wandering around the streets. It's fantastic.
Good day.
A great day, and nothing that we were expecting. Yeah, better I think. Definitely.
From restaurants to cafes to bookshops to souvenir shops. And how many steps? Around?
Several thousand.
Yeah, it's got to be quite a few now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we'd done 12,000 earlier on. Must have done about 20,000 steps.
20,000 steps. Full day in Pamplona. It's been great. I think it's a lovely city. But it is big, guys. It's not a small touristy one where you stop off for an hour. We've spent all day wandering around the streets, haven't we?
Yep.
So
all day.
All day, literally. Our feet are falling off.
And we're still going.
I've worn my little toe out. So we're still going. I'm looking at this park. Big, some kind of fortifications. Yeah, it looks like maybe an old gunnery or something like that, an old artillery shelter. It's massive.
But I've seen an aerial picture of it, and it's been laid out beautifully.
Unsure what it is really. We'll find some more information about it maybe.
Yeah.
And problem is you can't take no pictures of it. It's in the middle of the city, so.
But I'll find one. We'll find an image that we can share with you so you can see what this is from above, and we'll give you some information on it now.
In the meantime, we've got to try and get out of it. I think we're trapped, and we're the only two people walking in it, so maybe we shouldn't be.
Favela de Pamplona, or Pamplona Citadel, is an old military Renaissance fort, created in 1726 by engineer Verboom.
I'm hoping that we find a way out, so we don't have to walk all the way back, or try and climb up one of these walls. Bloody hell, the size of it.
It is really, really peaceful within these walls.
It's amazing, isn't it?
All of that city noise just disappears.
You can even hear the birds. Yeah, so famous for the ball run. It's not something me and Claire particularly agree with, but it's
No.
but neither is it our place to really comment and pass judgment on what is their tradition. But yeah, it is what it is.
So the bulls, I'm not in agreement with bullfighting, and that basically what it is. It's a bull run from one end of Pamplona. They run down as far as the bull ring, where there is then a bullfight with a matador. But it is a way of life for this part of Spain.
Yep.
It is part of their culture and their history.
Yep.
And as much as I do not agree with it as a sport,
Yep.
it's not my culture.
No, that's right.
No, I don't
No.
agree with it from an animal rights perspective.
No. But like you say,
But like I say, it's part of their culture,
Culture.
and who am I to, really
Pass
comment
judgment.
on that and pass
as
too
an
much
Englishman,
judgment. What I do like, I must say, what I do like about the bull run,
is
and
when-
the only thing I like about the bull run is when the bulls get their own back.
yeah, when they take
And
a little bit of revenge
They take
before
a
the
bit
end.
of revenge, they stamp on a few people, squash a few people, throw them over their
Even
shoulders.
kill a few people.
And
don't-
they have killed a few people,
yeah,
yeah.
and maim people.
And I think, well, good on them.
Yeah.
And that's what we were trying to replicate
Yes,
in our images.
yes. It's incredible size.
In 2010, the fort of San Bartolome was fitted out as the Pamplona Fortification Interpretation Centre, offering visitors the opportunity to learn about strategies and defence system of cities, understand Pamplona over the centuries, and discover the walls and elements that form the citadel. The centre is open from mid-March to mid-October and free to enter. However, outside of these dates you can still wander, as we have, around the walls and grassed areas.
So we're still walking around the citadel. The gardens, absolutely beautiful. I can only imagine what difference it will be in the summer. This place must be absolutely packed, because as much as these walls are massive and the engineering absolutely amazing for the time, we're surrounded by skyscrapers and the infrastructure of the city itself. So the people that live up in all them apartments, this must be a popular place to come and visit. Just in case any of you explorers do decide to come here, directly behind the air in the garage is that lift that takes you to the top. Not so much into the old town, but it does take you to the top of the town and where the fort is, and then you can take a walk in from there. The air is the other side of this garage. Our next toy. The size of that. Probably about 8 miles to the gallon. Put the spare wheels on it.
Put the steps in. So we're back in Freddie. Oh my God, what a day. We've done 20,000 steps and I've been on the go for 7.5 hours of solid walking. So now it is time for a cup of tea.
So this is us for this evening. We moved the van from up the top where it was open to being seen by the public for a bit of safety, and now we've moved it to a more secluded end of the car park where it's not so busy. What do you think you're doing in your comfies?
Yes, I am in my comfies. I'll be mostly putting out the Ludo board.
The Ludo. I don't know if you can get them, folks.
Oh.
With a little cake each. Some crisps. Because after all our walking today, we need to whack back up them calories.
No diets for us.
No. Very, very peaceful car park, this one, guys. So if you do want to come here and you're under 6 metres, like we said earlier, come into the car park. It's free. If you're over 6 metres, go on the other side of the road where there's a great air with electricity and everything for £10 a night. If you're in this one, I'm not too sure if there's facilities over there. I didn't see any.
No, I haven't seen any facilities
other than
there.
grey water disposal, etc. So the toilets, the closest toilets to here is 600 metres up the road, literally a stone's throw. And there's some supermarkets and that there as well. A cup of coffee, a game of Ludo, and a Spanish equivalent of a meal free. So meal free. Yum 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 yum. And we'll catch you in the morning, guys. That's a good night from me.
And good night from me.
Good morning, folks, from arguably one of the most quietest car parks that we've ever stayed in a town so vibrant as Pamplona. It was quite a chilly night last night, but not too bad. We're going to head off towards the north coast, but we're going to stay away from the coast itself. We're going to go a little bit inland, south, and see what we can find. So as soon as Claire's finished getting ready, we're going to go and find a supermarket. We're going to buy fresh water from the supermarket because it's dirt cheap here in Spain. Fill the tanks up, and then we'll be on the road. I'll just let Claire finish getting ready first.
Morning, folks.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
What Tony fails to tell you is the reason I'm like getting ready is I was the first one up, but I was making the teas and coffees this morning. I'm the one that's been making the bed and putting everything back there and starting to tidy around while Tony's arsing about.
Basically, what I've been changing my hats. There you go. Right, let's get a show on the road.
Many thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up and a comment.
And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. So if you'd like to support us, please click the Buy Me a Coffee link in our video description or in our social media bios. And we'll see you on the road
Soon.